and I really disagree with that. I think it's going to get to 24. Barbara says 25, and I don't think it's going to be that rich. So we'll see what happens today. But there's plenty of day to go. Monday, November 21st, and today, really elated to have good friends of ours coming out of, well, the Okanagans, the beautiful Okanagans, and we're going to talk to, of course, Moving Lines very shortly. But first of all, let me do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and so very happy to have you join us. If you're a first time viewer, believe me, such a pleasure to have you, it really is. Why not go and sub, thumb and bell? Yeah, literally. Bell notifications when we have important people, much like Jill and of course Kevin from the band Moving Lines, who are joining us this morning. And, well, like us. Lots. Go on, double, triple dare you on that one. Get epileptic with the thumb. And, of course, subscribe. Become part of the family. Literally. We call it the noise here at Galaxy because it is growing exponentially every day. Really is. All around the world. And did I get that right? I got that right. Nice. Dallas Moore is joining us. Shimmer Johnson as well. Nice to have you guys on board. Believe me, you're going to love this because coming out of the beautiful Okanagans is, of course, the good friends to Galaxy, Jill and Kevin from Moving Lines. But in the meantime, let me tell you how happy we are here at Galaxy to be associated with Rise Up TV, Big Records, Sony Music, The Orchard, here with Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music, The Orchard.
So what's the temperature over there?
It's, I think, -3 Celsius.
Oh.
Minus what?
Nope.
-3 Celsius.
Sorry, we don't do anything with the minus in front of it.
We hardly get.
I know.
We hardly get down.
Minus.
About where you guys are.
-2.
I sure.
That would make
Not
leaving.
bad.
Still no.
You wouldn't want to leave the milk on the front doorstep overnight, then, would you?
Well, you can if you want to freeze it.
Yeah, if you want frozen milk.
Yeah, exactly.
You're outside. You can leave your beer out there and it
Yeah.
gets warm.
Free chiller. There we go.
Okay, it has its upsides. Yeah, absolutely.
Some advantages.
Yeah. Jan Paulson is joining us. Nice to have you back, Jan. It really is a pleasure to have you, my friend. Kevin, here's something that happened over the weekend that you might be interested in. A friend of mine was saying to me because last year he did something really stupid. He was sunbathing in the nude in his backyard, right? And he got he got something rather sunburnt, right? So he rings me up and says, I've got to go to the doctors, will you help me out? So I went and picked him up and took him to the doctors. And the doctor says, bathe it in milk. Right? Milk's good for sunburn, apparently. So he's sitting on the couch naked in a bowl of milk, and his blonde wife walks in, takes one look and goes, holy hell, I wondered how you recharge those.
Oh dear, you know.
Just marinating.
Yes. Soaking it up.
He's milking it.
He's milking it for everything he's got.
Oh dear. I love you guys, you got my sense of humour.
I love it.
Dude, lamb balls, they marinating in milk.
Yeah.
I think you got it.
Coated.
Don't need the
Oh,
milk
boy.
Too many
outside.
jokes associated with that one.
Yeah.
That could go
That could
forever.
go forever.
Good one. Even better than tea. Oh, we're making a call.
We haven't put up.
You know Frodo's brother, T Baggins?
But Dobby's still got clothes. Oh dear.
Fresh.
Fresh Christmas. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. This one's starting off on the right foot, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like a good laugh Monday morning for you guys, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Turn it off right.
Uh-huh. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, today we're joined again by what I think is one of the most talented bands coming out of the Okanagans, I've got to be honest with you, is, of course, Moving Lines. Now, Kevin and Jill's joining us again, and, well, we've just played Holding Back. Now, we never released this before because something came out, and we've been putting it on hold, but even though we have had it on hold, we've been playing it. We really have, and people have been loving it. So, welcome back to Galaxy, guys.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
Hello.
It is nice to see you guys again. How's the Okanagans? Below 3, that's no.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's better than last year. Last year was terribly cold.
Yes. Yeah. Like -20.
Yeah. -20, -30, I think it got down to last year at one point. I think it lasted a month. It was really cold.
Yeah, and this is the warmest part of Canada. So just saying,
Yeah,
where
well,
we're from in Saskatchewan, it gets to -40.
Vancouver's a little warmer than this, but
No, thank you. I don't know. That yuck. No, I hate that kind of temperature. It's coming. It's really
you
coming.
only like that temperature when it's in ice cube form, right?
Yeah. In some rum.
In some rum.
Got to worry about the old dog then, don't you?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Find them stuck to the backyard somewhere. Terry Van Cannon is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Terry. Now, guys, I want to talk about holding back, but first of all, I gave you a little hint earlier on that a friend of mine actually had me on about shameless promotion. Now, I got to be honest, I'm guilty of it. I'd love to be able to say, while we're doing interviews, I don't know what people get out of it. I think it's subliminal sometimes, but apparently from time to time, I do point out that there might be a little shameless promotion. Seriously, my friend, I don't know what you're talking about. Just what? Seriously. Shameless promotion, me, I wouldn't do that. No, it's all about the artist, literally.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and speaking to the artist today, Holding Back. Now this we didn't release because something came up, and we've been playing it anyway, and a lot of people are getting right behind it. So I think it would be remiss of me if I didn't say, tell me all about it.
Sure. Well, Holding Back, we wrote this one during the pandemic, so it was more of like sitting on the deck. I think I came up with the riff, and we kind of wrote the song in a week, kind of thing, more or less about the situation that a lot of people were in. They're not at work or unable to work or any of those things, and or unable to see family was a big one. If you had older parents or grandma, grandpa in the hospital or in a folks home, couldn't go see them. So that's kind of what the song is about, is just holding back and being strong and standing up and helping others out in the time of need, right? That's kind of what the basic of the song was. But yeah, it came together really quick, and we just threw it on there, and that's what came out. And
it was kind of good timing, with the pandemic, being something that people can relate to across the world, and kind of that message also for mental health that you don't always have to hold back the tears. The reality that so many people try to stay strong, try to keep it together, and sometimes you just can't, right? So, and it's okay. It's okay to talk to other people, and because I think even still mental health is a huge issue. So it's something that, a lot of people can kind of relate to, and so that's kind of the direction that we went with it. So.
I get that. I really, really do. And believe me, mental health, they need more funding, they need more help, and they need more understanding, especially the patients themselves. So believe me, I'm right behind you on that one. Having said that, though, believe me, my producer just says, yeah, right, you would know, wouldn't you? Mental health, thanks. The white bus is waiting for me. Thank you again. I appreciate that. I can I get one of these things going, Maybe. Lots of fun, believe me. But having said that, but you don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps, right?
Right. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Oh, believe me, nobody can beat me.
They try, no?
yeah, they all duck for cover when it tries, I was watching one of our interns the other day. He comes up and he thought he had a bit of a joke for me, and everybody just went, oh no. Oh no. Took the young man to school, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Had to teach him how to, it's all in the delivery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
You've got to encapsulate people's imaginations and get them going and following you. Believe me, this was dry to start off with, so we embellished it a lot.
Yeah.
Thought of how to do it. It was almost, really, by the time we were finished, it was like a landslide. It really was. Just took stuff out. Speaking of landslides, I hope you're not looking forward to any soon around your area.
No.
Or avalanches, no avalanches, nothing
It's
like
more
that.
like a rock slide.
They're more like rock slides here.
The
mountainsides, they come down on the road every once in a while, but hey,
Yeah, we almost had a road closed off. Actually, just before we got married, it was just down the street from us, and there actually was a bit of a landslide, and all the rocks were on the highway, and we were like, that's bad timing.
It's only one road in and out kind of situation here. I mean, you could go a long way around, but it's a long way.
Yeah.
I can actually relate to that, because Barbara lives up one of those kind of deals as well. And in the wintertime, she suffers a lot from fallen trees and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Can't get to work for days because, somebody's got to come out and chop up the tree and stuff like that. So I can relate to that. And
if you want a day off, you just hire someone with a chainsaw. Just not to give you any ideas.
No. Well, actually, she doesn't have to hire anybody. Her husband's very proficient with a chainsaw. And believe me, any excuse to get that out there. Believe me, he's very, very funny. Pamela Tozer Harbottle is watching. Nice to have you on board, of course, from Big Record, Sony Music, and of course Rise Up TV, one of the executives there as well. And Benjamin Friday is joining us. Now, that's a new name, and nice to meet you, Benjamin. Welcome to Galaxy. Today we're talking to, of course, Kevin and Jill from the band Moving Lines. I don't know whether you would have noticed this here, but believe me, it's well used. It really is well used. We love
It
this.
only took about 6 months to get that.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the T-shirt though.
Oh, we made those last year, but they won't make it for another couple of years.
Yeah.
You put them on racing pigeon, then I take it.
Yeah.
Pigeon carriers.
Pretty much. The problem is over the ocean, It's a little, hit and miss.
Here's one for you. And believe me, I like to have a bit of humour with some of our artist. I don't know whether you've picked up on that or not yet, but a young man coming out of Christchurch, his name is Ryan Neville. He's one of his most popular songs is about a train, if you know what I mean. He's a blues guy himself. And so I says to him, you know, these days, trains are pretty much a thing of the past, literally, if you think about it. I mean, we started way back in the steam era. Today, there's bullet trains going across countries in matters of hours or minutes, you know what I mean? So, as a blues guy, are you going to bring it up to speed to what we're able to understand today as today's trains? He goes, yeah. I says, look, diesel becoming a thing of the past, they're going to be electric or something like that, you know, and bullet trains, everything like that. He goes, yeah. I says, so if you've got an electric train going at 180 kilometres an hour, going south to north, and you've got the wind going from north to south, which way would the smoke go?
Depends who's smoking.
Yeah.
He goes, hold on, I have to think about that one.
If it's an electric train, there's probably no smoke.
Exactly. Hello.
Oh, yeah. That would be bad.
Unless it starts on fire, I guess.
Exactly. E.
It
Wolfgang,
doesn't matter.
E. Wolfgang the Rat is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board. And looks like we've got a jiggy thing happening here. Technology, don't you love it? It really is fun. So tell me about Landslide, because this is fascinating and we're going to release it for the first time today officially. I think we should give it its due and know all about it.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it was really a note that I had written to myself, and it just kind of ended up turning into a song. And then we did like a little demo, which is kind of how we do our writing process. And it was just a simple demo, and we thought, you know what? It's just one of those things where you paint a picture and you're like, I think it's done. It just needed a little bit of, you know, framing around it, basically. So that's what we ended up doing. And it's kind of sat for a while because we're like, well, what do we add that doesn't take away from the core of the message, right? So then we just started kind of adding a little bit in the beginning and the end, and then add some harmonies to kind of pull it all together, but still make the letter to yourself the focus of the whole song, right?
Yeah.
Message.
The message of the song is basically those situations where, you know, you want to try something, but you might be too scared to move forward, or feel like a failure before you even start. You know, when you take on new projects, sometimes you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm no good at this. Or other people telling you the same thing, that you're not good enough to do something. You should never listen to those things and always just go for it and try it at least. And if you fail, hey, try it again. You never know.
You know, Kevin, I see that all the time with bungee jumping.
Yeah.
I do.
It's like a no return flight. It's you know.
Well, you know,
one way ticket.
Unless you're Australian, you know, we'll attach the bungee. Donnie Coulter's joining us. And, of course, Rocky Wills from Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. Nice to have you on board as well, sir. It really is. Looking forward to catching up with you and doing an interview with you in the very, very near future. But in the meantime, let's break for the very first time officially around the world. Landslide. Here's Moving Lines. Oh, dear, it's hot in here. Oh, it is. I'm sweating like crazy. These guys below 3. Yuck.
Yeah, come on out here.
I gotta get my gloves and my toque. Freezing.
I've known you a long time.
What's a toque?
Oh, right, Canadian toque.
Canadian toque.
It's a hat.
It's like a hat, wool hat, or cotton
Awesome.
hat, whatever they make them out of a lot of things.
And bunny hugs, we call them bunny hugs, you know,
That's-
under the pockets and the ribbons.
You know, the zipperless ones of these, you know, that don't have any zippers, we call them bunny hugs or hoodies.
Okay,
But
okay.
this one has a zipper, so.
We have weird terms, I guess.
Yeah.
You just don't think about it.
No.
Well, as soon as you said that, I had sort of a really weird vision of an animal.
Out in the wild.
It's a Canadian animal.
The Canadian
Oh,
toque.
I have to go hunting for the toque.
It's only available in the winter at boat shows.
I cut up its pom-pom.
You wear your toque to go Sasquatch hunting.
That's right.
The Sasquatch will never know.
Yeah, he's in BC. Same with the Ogopogo. He's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Snake Island or something, isn't it? Hangs out about Snake Island.
That's Rattlesnake Island.
Rattlesnake.
Yeah, Rattlesnake Island. Yeah, that's where Ben Click lives, and Beamer Wiggly.
Is
Is
it?
it
Beamer
Kelowna?
lives in
Kelowna?
Beamer's in Penticton.
Yeah.
So he's just only like 15 minutes away, and then
Yeah.
Ben lives in Kelowna.
Yeah.
So that Rattlesnake Island is just like a small little island. Like if you look out on the lake while you're driving on the highway, it's the opposite side.
Yep.
You can't even see it because it blends into the mountain. So that's why it's kind of called Rattlesnake Island, because you can't see it unless you're on a boat. And then you get there and it's like, oh, there's an island here. I don't even know if there's any rattlesnakes on it or not, but I'm not going to go find out.
I don't know. I think they tried to turn it into a theme park a long time ago, which would be really cool because it's not accessible.
Slide into the pit of snakes.
Well, your Ogopogo kind of resembles our native myth as well, called a taniwha. That's what the local Maoris, the indigenous folks here, call our water-based snaky beastie thing like Nessie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still yet to have a look for that. But apparently it's pretty close to where we are right now too, in one of the lakes really close. I've never seen it.
Galaxy.
Donnie Coulter says hello from Windsor in Ontario, Canada. He also says that they have rattlesnakes in Windsor.
Yeah.
No, that's a double. You know, you guys are giving a really nice picture of Canada to come and want to be with. You know, you got an Ogopogo, you got rattlesnakes, you got believe me, big hairy beasts and all sorts of things, and then you go and wear and 3 below so far.
Grizzly bears.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm starting to sound like Lord of the Rings out here instead, isn't it?
You got to wonder about, well, you see, I went to university with Peter Jackson, right? And
Yeah.
he is on the New Zealand richest list right now. I know how he got there too. When it was his turn to buy the beer, you couldn't find him. And that's true. But you got to wonder about a man that comes out, you know, even though, of course, they were based on the trilogy books, of course, of Lord of the Rings, but you got to wonder about a man that wants to do a movie about being a lord of a ring. Seriously?
There's a lot of hidden messages. I
guess so.
Oh, believe me, if you have a good look at the movie, there's a hell of a lot of hidden messages in there too. There really, really is. Jose Zant is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board. Now, I really got to thank you guys for putting up with this Kiwi down here in New Zealand. But we absolutely love your work, and we love to be able to see new stuff coming out. So therefore I'm going to ask you, anything new in the future?
Always.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're also working on a cover EP over the winter. If, you know, we stop booking all these gigs and
We have time.
Hey, hold on, guys. I remember you saying, "Oh no, we're not working, we're not gigging, we're not making any money." Now if we can only just stop making, you know, gigs. Seriously?
Well, you'd have time to do some other things, right? I guess so. Usually winter time is our main studio time, so we're hoping to crack off a few more that we can get done here in the next couple months. So we'll see what happens, I guess.
Very, very cool. Now, at the same time, I don't suppose you guys have got a Christmas song, have you?
No.
Bummer.
Well, I asked. No, we're gearing up, of course. You know, it's not too far away from Christmas, I've got to be honest with you. And time to start putting things on lay-by, by the way. But having said that, we're gearing up for a Christmas show, if you know what I mean. And we asked all of our artists, if you've got a particular Christmas song, we'd love to be able to include it into the show for that particular show, if you know what I mean. So, sorry about that. Having said about Christmas...
maybe next year.
Yeah, well, maybe next year. And which leads me into, I hope you guys stay happy and safe over the festive period. Take care of yourselves, won't you?
Oh, we will.
Yes, yeah,
You guys
and
too.
you guys too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming up quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too quick. I mean, the year's gone by so very, very fast. And, you know, we've got another one coming around, apparently, at 23 this time. But having said that, don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to have to wrap this up. I've got another interview in a couple of minutes that I've got to do, but you know the routine. We'll take some photos, make some cartoons, have some fun, poke some tongues, all that sort of stuff. Thank you for joining us here at Galaxy. And let me tell you how happy we are to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record, Sony Music, The Orchard here at Galaxy. And today we're with, of course, Kevin and Jill from Moving Lines.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music The Orchard.